Welcome to NZ Pocket Guide, New Zealand's largest travel guide. Visit nzpocketguide.com for thousands of tips, hidden gems, and ways to plan the perfect trip in New Zealand. This is a readout of an article available for free on the website. Check out the link in the description and let's get started. 1 day in Auckland, city walking tour itinerary. How to spend 24 hours in Auckland and see the best sights on foot. If you're a traveller that likes to make every moment count on your trip, then this Auckland city itinerary is for you. While you might not have time to spend more than 1 day in Auckland, you can still see all the major Auckland city centre highlights by following this 1 day in Auckland itinerary. This walking tour itinerary of Auckland in 1 day will take you on a loop walk, almost, around the city, with 11 to 12 kilometres of walking, which is approximately 2 hours walking time. The itinerary mixes culture, food, scenery and more. However, if you do have more time in Auckland, be sure to check out our 10 best things to do in Auckland and a complete travel guide to Auckland on nzpocketguide.com. Sights on this 1 day in Auckland city itinerary. Here, we'll break down the sights you will be seeing on this 1 day in Auckland itinerary. Silo Park, a cool urban park with silos, night markets and summer outdoor cinema. Auckland Fish Market, iconic market with fresh fish and chips. New Zealand Maritime Museum, interactive exhibitions about New Zealand and the South Pacific's maritime history. Queen Street, Britomart and High Street, city centre streets for shopping and dining. Sky Tower, New Zealand's tallest building with an observation deck. Weta Workshop Unleashed, movie props and special effects attraction. Auckland Art Gallery Toi o Tamaki, the largest art gallery in New Zealand. Auckland Domain, picturesque city park with bushwalks, winter gardens and the Auckland War Memorial Museum. Newmarket, popular shopping and dining suburb. Mount Eden, extinct volcano and scenic viewpoint. Aotea Square, urban plaza with sculptures and surrounded by arts and entertainment venues. Start at the Wynard Quarter. Our 1 day in Auckland itinerary starts at Wynard Quarter, best accessed across the footbridge of the Viaduct Harbour. Highlights here include Silo Park, a cool urban park with water features, sculptures and huge silos where summer cinema events take place. Down Jellicoe Street, you'll find the iconic Auckland Fish Market with fresh fish for sale in the place in Auckland to try fish and chips. It features in our 8 things to do in Auckland for foodies. Go back to the waterfront to scout out some trendy eateries that will likely entice you back for dinner. Cross the Viaduct Harbour Bridge toward the city centre. Once you reach Eastern Viaduct, take the time to explore the New Zealand Maritime Museum. Walk to the Sky Tower via Queen Street, Britomart and High Street. From the Viaduct Harbour, continue east along Quay Street until you reach the top of Queen Street, Auckland's main street. Enjoy the designer shopping opportunities, such as Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Swarovski. You can make a side trip to Britomart for New Zealand fashion and eateries via Tyler Street or Galway Street. See the 5 best places for shopping in Auckland CBD for more information. Back on Queen Street, you can either continue along this main street or take a little-known side road running parallel called High Street. Here, more shopping opportunities await, as well as some of the best cafes in centre Auckland, including Chuffed and The Shelf. At the end of High Street, head west of Victoria Street West where you'll get excellent views of the Southern Hemisphere's tallest building, the Sky Tower. Continue along Victoria Street West to reach the base of the Sky Tower. Head up for viewing the city from their observation deck among other things. Walk to Albert Park, then the Auckland Domain. After admiring the views from the Sky Tower, walk down Federal Street to Weta Workshop Unleashed to experience some of the movie magic and behind the scenes from New Zealand's movie industry. Continue along Federal Street then head east down Wellesley Street West where you can take a quick side trip to Elliott Stables on Elliott Street for an upscale food court. Cross Queen Street and continue until you reach Lawn Street for a scenic laneway not to be missed up to Kitchener Street. Here, you'll be faced with the impressive building of the Auckland Art Gallery Toi o Tamaki, New Zealand's largest art gallery. After you've checked it out, Explore the scenic Albert Park right behind the gallery. Admire the water fountain and gnarling trees of Albert Park before exiting via Alfred Street, then down Grafton Road past the University of Auckland buildings until you reach the entrance of the Auckland Domain via Grafton Mews. You then have the Lovers Walk, a gorgeous bushwalk, to enjoy until you're out onto the quiet roads of the Auckland Domain. Check out the Domain Winter Gardens before making your way to the Auckland War Memorial Museum. All an hour or two to wander its Māori, New Zealand flora, fauna and World War exhibitions. Leave the Auckland Domain via Football Road, passing sports fields where you might see games of football, rugby or cricket. Head east on Belton Gore Road until you reach the cool inner-city suburb of Newmarket. Newmarket to Mount Eden. Make your way to Mount Eden via the bustling retail mecca of Newmarket. Take the time to check out its laneways and smaller streets just off Broadway where you'll find charming stores, cafes and a shopping mall. Don't miss Casa del Gelato for a refreshing sweet treat to keep you going on your walking tour of Auckland. When you're done, make your way to Seacombe Road then Mountain Road. Either take Clive Road or Glenfell Place to find the start of roads/walking trails to the top of Auckland's highest natural vantage point and the extinct volcano, Mount Eden. You'll see the distinct volcanic crater and get amazing views of the cityscape and offshore islands. Back to Auckland CBD and Aotea Square. After soaking in the scenery from Mount Eden, return to the city centre through the Mount Eden suburb. Mount Eden Road is easy to follow north until it reaches Symonds Street. Take any of the streets east to reach Upper Queen Street, then you're on the right path to make it back to the city centre. Highlights along the way include Myers Park with sculptures and a children's playground. You'll also pass through Auckland's entertainment district with the Basement Theatre and Q Theatre. As you approach the bustle of the city centre, stop by Aotea Square for interesting cultural sculptures, the Herald Theatre, Sky World Indoor Entertainment and our favourite little dessert place, Oko Dessert Kitchen. Continue up Queen Street and you complete your loop of a one-day in Auckland City walking tour. That's it for this article. Hit like and subscribe to say thank you, and remember, this article is available for free on nzpocketguide.com. Check out the link in the description. Plus, there are thousands of articles for you to plan the perfect New Zealand holiday.